Hello again, welcome back to the channel. Today we are back in Phoenix and staying in another home to suites. So we are gonna check out the room and take you guys along with us. So let's go. Every home to suites is kind of like a little mini studio apartment, and you can find these pretty much all across the United States, which is great. When we moved to Las Vegas, we actually stayed in a home to suites for about 3 months right off the Vegas Strip, so we're very familiar with the layout of these rooms. So starting over here in the kitchen, you have a full-size fridge. It does not open towards the camera, but this one's a little different because the freezer is down here and the refrigerator part is up here. So you've got lots of room, lots of shelves, lots of drawers. They even have like a little special canned section over here so you can throw your little cans of soda. Another nice thing about home to suites is they do give you plates and bowls, as well as cups and mugs. And then if you're missing any, typically they're in the dishwasher, but it's usually 4 of everything. And then coming over here, they actually give you a knife. They give you forks, they give you a can opener. They also give you a toaster and a cutting board. And then they also give you some dishes. There's like a little microwave bacon cooker. If you've ever made bacon in the microwave, these are just like, they've kind of got waves on them, so that way like your bacon actually cooks nice and crisp. Another thing down here, they usually give you your trash cans usually down here, your dish soap, and then a packet for the dishwasher. You've got paper towels, which they supply you with, so whenever you run out, you just ask them for more. We do have a microwave. It's not a convection one. The one in Las Vegas that we stayed at was a convection one, and we had to like take the metal rack out of it when we wanted to utilize the microwave. And one thing that's interesting about this home to suites compared to Homewood suites is that they don't have the cooktop like in the actual kitchen. You have to ask them for like a little hot plate. So they do have like skillets and stuff, so you can cook like you were gonna cook in a pan, which I think is kind of nice. Like if you don't plan on using it, you don't have to have it blocking up your area, but if you want to use it, it is available. They do have a coffee maker, and we do have an ice bucket for us to go over to the ice machine. And then a couple little condiments here and there. So next up is the bathroom. So this bathroom is actually one of the tiniest home to suites bathrooms I've ever been in, mostly because I could probably touch both sides of the walls by like spreading my arms out. It is not very big, but we can make it work. We're only going to be here for a couple of days, so it does have a stand-up shower, which I did take a shower last night, and I'm going to have to say this, and Gary will probably agree with me, this makes me think of the shower we had in Albany in our downstairs bathroom, because it was so small, and I literally was standing right up against the wall to get like all of the shower on me. So it's a very cramped shower. Also too, the bathroom has drawers, so if you're looking for some extra storage, that is there. The sink is decently sized, and then we've got some hooks so we can hang up our towels, which I do like. So, and one downer to this room is that the fan does not work in the bathroom, so that is a bit of a downer. And it's not a traditional door, it is a pocket door, which I like. It does help utilize on space, but in the middle of the night when you're trying to go, usually this is what happens. And you subsequently wake your person up because it's banging, and there's really not a whole lot you can do about it. So let's move on to the main living space. So now that we got the bathroom out of the way, now we're moving on to the main living area. So it is kind of divided in sections. It's a very long room. So after you deal with the kitchen and the bathroom, you kind of have this hangout space. So you've got a couch over here, which typically the couch is a pull-out couch as well. So if you have more people, there is a pull-out option down here. One side table, unfortunately. There usually is a smaller one that fits underneath it that you can pull out and put over there, but it doesn't look like this room has it. The other home to suites that we've stayed at all had like a second smaller table that you could pull out. You do have a footstool. And then over here is where you'll find the extra linens for that pull-out bed. Also, if you just want an extra comforter as well, you can usually find that in here. And then we've got more like cabinet space up here. When we lived in the one in Las Vegas, we would kind of put our groceries and stuff up here, so that way they were out of the way. This here is going to be your workstation. Again, we got some lighting, not as much lighting as I would like. Also, this room is a little bit older than some of the other ones we've stayed at, so it doesn't have a lot of USB ports to plug into, but it does have ample workspace for one person to work, and then you do get like an office like chair. So you're only really gonna get one chair, sadly. If you stay at a Homewood Suites, you usually get two chairs. You get a dining room chair and you get a work rolly chair as well. Down here you've got more additional recycling and trash cans, no trash bags, but you do have the actual receptacles. And then right here is your TV. Now they do make these TVs kind of more on the large side, so that way you can kind of swivel them like this way if you want to work this way, or swivel them towards the bed area, which we'll get to here in just a second, so you can watch it from the bed. We also have drawer space, so if you want to unpack your clothes, which we did because we were staying in one for quite some time. But yeah, you can unpack here. And that is the main living space. Now we're gonna move on to the bedroom space. So now that we're done with that back space, now we've moved forward a few feet. And we're gonna start over here on the left side. So they do give you this additional table, which you can use like a dining room table. It is on wheels, and you're able to kind of tuck it away, which I kind of like. It tries to utilize as much of the space as you possibly can. But again, we've got more workspace over here, so if you really wanted to, you could pull that out, maybe find a second chair, and kind of sit here and have a whole second desk area if you needed it. Up here, we've got way more storage as well. So you can store clothes, you can store laundry items, you can store a plethora of things way up here. And don't forget, there's even like up on top too, so you do really have a lot of storage. You just have to be kind of smart about how you're going to utilize it. And then down here we've got more cabinetry and more storage space. And then back here is where you're going to find the ironing board, the iron, an actual space where you can hang things up. And then when you don't want to look at it, you just pull the curtain. Pretty interesting. And so we are staying in a king bed suite. So our bed is a king size bed, and we slept on it last night, and definitely not the most comfortable bed I've ever slept in, but it was okay. And again, we kind of got stuck with these dead pillows. They don't move, there's no give to them, and they're actually missing quite a bit of fluff. Like, you can literally just kind of, there's not much fluff to them at all. So I called down to the front desk and just asked for extra pillows so that hopefully we could get a little bit more support. It does have two nightstands on either side. This one has some a USB plug to it, but it also has the phone, so it does kind of take up some of the space. And it does have two actual plugs, and then you've got a little night sconce right here if you want to do some light reading. And then over on my side of the bed, we just have like this big round table. There actually is not any USB plugs over there, but I am sharing it with the alarm clock. And I was able to plug in my actual charger to the lamp as well. So that was nice. And then you take some, you give some. Now our room is a freeway looking room, and I have to say last night the sounds of the freeway were quite loud, so keep that in mind if you're looking at booking this specific hotel, because I would probably suggest a pool facing room because the sounds of the freeway are just echoing, and they have a wall on that side, so the sound just kind of like billows against that and then bounces right back to the hotel. Not really a whole lot to see in terms of view. We like look right out into a neighborhood. And in terms of accessibility, it is a little bit remote in terms of like there's not really a whole lot around us. There's a restaurant right next door, and then it is connected to the Garden Inn, which has its own restaurant and bar within it. But outside of that, you're gonna have to travel if you want to go to the grocery store or you want to get a bite to eat. So now that we've done a room tour, let's go take a look around the rest of the hotel.
Something interesting about this room is it has a master switch. This is right by the front door. So it's kind of nice when you're leaving. You can just hit the master switch and everything goes off. But a legit tip is if you turn this master switch off in the middle of the night, none of these other switches here will work. So unless there's a light that has a switch directly on it, all of the actual switches in the room become useless because the master switch is off. Let me show you.
And that includes the bathroom.
And this also includes the bathroom, like Nacy said. So just make sure you don't turn that off at night. Otherwise, you won't be able to get any of the lights on at night. But again, it can be useful if you're leaving. It's a quick thing that you just throw off. All right, let's go see the rest of the hotel. Something interesting with this hotel too is that your key only actually works on the home to suite side. If you go to the Hilton Garden Inn side, the key does not work. So a good example of this is if you're trying to go to the pool, if you're trying to go to the gym or the business center, if you go to the Hilton Garden Inn side, this key will not work on any of the doors, even though the gym is shared between them. You have to walk all the way around and go to the home to suite side to get into the gym or the pool. Really weird. Really seems kind of lazy on this hotel's part, but definitely a legit tip and something you need to know. Yeah. All right, so here's the Hilton Garden Inn going that away. And then here's the home to suites. The floor and everything is slightly different. There's a door between them, but that's kind of it. Mm-hmm. Fascinating. This is a weird hotel, y'all. Super. All right, there's the ice machine. Looks like it's on every floor. Ice. Also, housekeeping. Housekeeping, a fluffy old pillow. Housekeeping. Bring the whole family. Pet friendly. Apparently you can play your banjo or your guitar. Don't listen. I don't understand this at all, but okay. Alright, so I'm guessing breakfast might be over there, but it's like a ghost town here. There's not a single employee here. That's the front desk. The home to market is non-existent. This is the kind of lounging desk area. Fancy.
Literally nobody down here. Everything's over in the Garden Inn over there.
Right.
So,
it's like
but
a
they
ghost
have
town.
food and snacks and drinks over there too. You just have to like walk all the way down over.
You mean like a market?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've removed it. I don't know if they're getting ready to shut this place down or what. This is really weird. We haven't been to a hotel like this before.
There's not even like computers or anything.
Yeah, there's a boardroom. All right, we'll keep touring the hotel. All right. This is your first time this hotel's a ghost town. All right, there's the home to suites. The doors for the home to suites are actually key fobbed in, so you actually have to go to the Hilton next door, the Garden Inn, to get access, and then they give you a key, and you get access. I'll let you know if that changes during the week, because this is a Sunday, but interesting with this hotel. So there's a lot of Diamond member parking out here in case you're a Diamond member for Hilton. Oh, nice. Yeah. That's nice. So they do have some grills if you want to use them. Because someone's actually cooking here. There's food on the table. Don't want to get in their way. Yeah, so interesting.
And it looks like the grill equipment's up there too.
Oh, nice. Cool. Alright, so here's the pool area. Probably go walk it later.
No hot tub though.
2 chairlifts, no pool. Yeah, no hot tub. You get about like 6 foot deep, so it's not super deep either. Interesting. We even got a little fire pit. Alright, let's go check out the laundry. Alright, so here's the laundry area. We have a few washer and dryers. Not bad. Not bad. Washers there. Okay. Alright, so here's the workout area. Got a bike. 4 ellipticals, wow. Treadmill, pretty cool. Couple more treadmills, 4 more treadmills, Peloton, a rowing machine, little bench thing.
It's like 2 gyms put together.
Because it is. And some free weights. Not bad.
The garden inn was like an addition to the home to suites, because like the home to suites is older.
Maybe. And then you got some other weight machines on this side too. It's nice. I think that you do share this with the garden suites folks, so. And another Peloton at the end. Yeah, this is a pretty big gym for home to suites. I don't think the other one that has the business center. I think this is the business center for both of them. All right, so this is the business center. It's shared between both hotels. There is 2 computers and a printer scanner. Really save a scanner to this one. It's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Open 24 hours.
So what did you think about your time here at the Home to Suites?
In the research area? I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
It was a good stay. If you ever wanted to stay in an abandoned hotel, if you watch any of those YouTube channels where the people go into like those abandoned buildings and research them, this is definitely the place to stay for you. The Home 2 Suites is absolutely abandoned. There was an apple core on the ground for 2 days that no one picked up. They don't really do the trash. You rarely see the cleaning people. There's no staff on this side of the hotel at all. It is a fascinating experience. But I would say right now it's kind of in the good area and it's starting to go downhill. Like our garbage disposal doesn't work, our air filter wasn't cleaned.
The
so
sink actually doesn't drain.
So it's kind of going downhill. So if you want to stay here when it's good or okay, you definitely want now. The longer you wait from when you see this video, the more it's probably going to go downhill. What do you think?
The bed was not comfortable at all. The pillows were not comfortable at all. The breakfast options were not great.
Ugh, they were bad, actually.
They were actually better, I think, at the Homewood. And
They were over microwaved. Like, how do you do that?
And, it's nice that you do have the garden inn next door, but you gotta walk over there. So take that for what it is. Parking can be a little bit of an issue at night. There's not a lot of parking in the actual hotel parking lot. Mm-hmm. So if you come after a certain hour, you kind of have to park at the end over by the restaurant. And if you're staying at the Home to Suite side, you do have to check in over at the garden inn, and you have to use a key to get into the door because, again, it's not manned.
Yeah, and as we talked about, the key only works on half the building, so the other side of the gym, the key doesn't work, the business center doesn't always work. It's kind of weird that it's the same hotel, but it's not the same hotel at the same time.
Yeah, so if you guys like this video, though, give it a thumbs up.
Hit that subscribe button.
And make sure you hit the notification bell so that way you get notified when we do at least 3 videos a week.
And we'll come and get you for the next one.
Ain't that the truth, baby Ruth?
Bye, everybody.
Bye.